Hello and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. This is a championship edition of Athletes Corner. I am swarmed by the Lynn Woods girls basketball team who were champions this year. Before we get started, the coach not here, so we're gonna get through this. But before we get started, we're gonna have everybody introduce themselves.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Naomi.
Last name?
Jimenez.
Cook.
Just pass the mic there.
I'm Avery Richards. I'm Ava Sadler.
I'm Tasley Gallo.
I'm Sophia Brea.
I'm Athena Cronin. I'm Athena.
Forgot your name?
I'm Layla Murray. I'm Irene Gregoris.
All right, ladies, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Okay, first of all, why did you talk on that mic when you have that?
They passed it to me.
It's all good. It's all good. Right now, you're the spokesperson for the team right now. All right, you ladies won the championship.
Yes.
First of all, walk me through the season. How was the season overall, and what was going well leading up to the finals?
So we were undefeated, so that was good. We did lose one game though, but the whole journey to the tournament was a good success.
Right. What made it such a good success?
We kept winning. We were playing good.
Having fun?
Yeah.
The most important part, right? This question is for everybody, and everybody can answer. When did everyone start playing basketball, and what got you into playing basketball?
My dad. My school.
My dad.
How so?
He's a basketball player and kind of taught me into basketball, and I started playing when I was really little.
Right.
And I got good at it, so I already knew basketball when I went on the team, and I was kind of the top scorer.
All right. Also, your sister too played, right?
Yeah.
All right. Who else wanted to answer that question?
I never really played basketball before, but I had so much fun this year with all my friends. And I played for my school.
Yeah.
I liked playing for my school.
So actually, in first grade, I was friends with her, and she taught me playing basketball, so then I would just keep playing and playing.
I wasn't into basketball, and then I realized that it was a lot of fun, and then realizing that I won the championships.
Right. The tournament is it's like a month-long tournament. It can be tiring because just playing a lot of games, right? Yeah. How are you ladies just able to not let fatigue bother you, not let the tiredness bother you, and we're able to just be able to compete each night?
I knew I just pushed through the games. I mean, it was fun, so I thought you can just, it's one game and then keep going, and it was a few games. It was 2 games a week, and I was it's more fun than it is hard. It's really fun, so I was I'll just push through.
Did you feel any pressure because if you lose, that might be it. You might not move on, right? So how's that in the back of your mind? You we have to win or our season's over. So how were you able just to play with that in the back of your mind, or did that help you, ladies, achieve what you wanted to achieve?
Well, it really didn't matter win or lose because it's just little basketball. It's just school basketball, and they're not really at that high level, so we don't need to focus on that much.
Right. What aspect did you get better at?
Probably passing the ball.
All right. This one actually everyone could answer. What aspect of basketball did improve for everyone during the season, as the season went on?
Probably passing too.
A lot of team sharing right here. That's a good thing. Who else want to answer that?
I don't really know. I was not very good at basketball when it started, but by the end, I was kind of good, and I definitely got a lot better dribbling. At the beginning, I could barely dribble, but now it's so much fun.
Right.
Probably defense, I would say, because every time I did defense, I got better and better. And it's kind of easy to do defense.
Right.
But sometimes the girls are like aggressive with it, so
Hey, that's
sometimes
why.
you have to be careful.
Right, or you have to be aggressive too. You have to be right aggressive back. What game, not including the championship game, but what game during the season boosted the team's confidence? What team did you guys play against that you guys beat that got your confidence really high?
I'm trying to think of the name.
If you know, just answer.
I think Sisson, because we were undefeated and they were undefeated, and we were like kind of scared. We were trying to get the hype up. Then we finally like beat them, and we were really happy.
Okay, you had an answer. Was it you lost it? You forgot? All right. What what was the most exciting part for you this season?
Spending time with friends, learning how to pass, shoot, defense, offense. Mostly it was fun.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like passing, playing team basketball was like the key. Is that just something your coach emphasized for you all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like emphasized like teamwork.
Yeah, like he really wanted us to like work together as a team.
All right. And how? So as far as team bonding, right, or working together as a team, what were the difference that you saw from the first game of the season to the last game of the season on the team playing team basketball?
Probably like the first game, people were not that good, and especially me, I was okay, but I'm not that good. And then at the end, at our last game, I feel like everyone got good, better than how they were.
I mean, that's the most important part is getting better at it. All right, the championship game. I wasn't there, so you need to tell me about the championship game, everything that happened during it, and how was the team able to pull out the victory?
So we started off good. I think we got up 4. We passed the ball, we moved the ball, got some shots off, we scored, and the other team was really good too. And then they were playing really good defense. They got some stops, and then in the middle of the game, we kind of just we more passed the ball and we got more. I forgot the word. We got more shots. And then they had really good defense, and there was this one big girl on the team that kind of stopped them, and there's this little girl who actually stopped us too, and then at the end I think we got some steals and shot. I think I got the 2 buckets at the end, and then that had us off with the victory. And
What was the moment of that game when you ladies kind of figured out, okay, if we keep doing this, we're gonna come out with the victory? Was there a moment that you realized that in the game?
Maybe like everybody started doing good, and a lot of people got their shots in, and then we started taking the lead, and that's when we knew we were kind of gonna win.
Right. And then when the horn rang, the final buzzer went off. Right? What was the feeling like for everybody? So everybody can answer this.
it was really exciting. People haven't really won a lot of games because it was their first game, and I feel like they were very excited winning the championship, and I think it was just a good moment for all of us.
Good. So you can go pass it down.
I was like really happy because it was like my first time winning like a real championship, and like I was so happy that I was crying because I was really happy.
Yeah, that happens. When you get older, you want another championship. When you're gonna get older, you're gonna cry some more.
I was really scared at first, and then at the last minute I realized that we were winning, and then once the buzzer hit I just realized that we had won, and I got really excited, and I also did start crying.
You did cry too?
Like when the final buzzer hit, I was just like so excited because I've never really won a championship. Like softball doesn't really do championships, and I was like really excited that me and my team we won like the entire championships, and we were one of the best teams in Lynn.
Right. Go ahead.
When the
Go ahead,
final
Daniela.
buzzer rang, I felt relieved because like we worked so hard, and I was like crying too because I was so happy. But then the girls on the other team, they were like very upset.
Yeah.
Like I told this girl, "You were doing great," and then she just started bawling out.
Yeah, they were like bald.
Yeah, but it was a good relief. Like we were all happy, and I've never really won a championship, so it felt great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we were going against Shoemaker for the championships, I've actually played basketball with them in the winter, and they were good, and I felt bad for them because like I would be crying too if I lost.
And somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. That's sports.
Yeah.
You got something to say? Did you?
Yeah. When we won, I was like, I kind of expected that because we haven't really lost any games, but I was like really happy, and I tried to cheer up someone, but it was not happening. They were really mad.
It happens. It happens. Don't worry. It happens. Go ahead. Then we'll come back to
When
you.
we won, I was super excited because they were the team that we lost against, and like I was super excited because I never won a championship before, and I did start crying.
Oh man, this was y'all get back on them, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, like Layla said, we definitely were really scared because the team we versed for our championships was the team that beat us in our first ever game we lost. So I knew we were definitely really scared, but at the end we came out to be winners.
All right. Hey, you're champions. How many of y'all coming back next year?
Me.
Okay, so you're gonna try to get a repeat?
I can't.
You can't. Well, you're moving on.
Yeah,
into sixth
but in
grade.
middle school, I'm expected to play.
Okay, is this something you want to continue on? But like, is this something you ladies want to continue on as far as playing basketball?
Yes. Yes.
Like this is my future career.
There you have it.
When I'm older, I think I want to be in the WNBA.
Okay, you know you have to practice every day, right?
Yeah.
Is your dad already making you practice every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he told me you was mad at me.
What?
Yeah, he told me you was mad at me because you thought I wasn't gonna have you ladies on the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said you was mad at me. I didn't want no smoke though. So.
I also want to be in the WNBA, but the first team, like for college, I want to be on the Yukon Huskies.
Want to be on you? All right, you're gonna make that happen. You're gonna look back on this tape when you're 18 and going to UConn, and you're gonna play it for whoever the UConn coach is. You're like, I spoke this into existence. Ladies, thank you. You did a really good job. No, your coach not here, but you filled in really well. You did a really good job. And if you want to have a future in TV, you can too. Y'all are really good at talking. So I appreciate it for coming through. And congratulations on everything. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, we got more teams coming in. And some other teams coming in on this championship edition, but if the parents want to come in and get the pictures, parents are more than welcome to come in. I'm Kyle Kabongo signing out. All right, we back with some more champions on this special championship edition. We got the Lincoln Thompson boys. How are y'all doing? Yeah. All right. Got the coaches here.
Yes.
First one, we didn't have no coach, but it's all good. Those ladies did well. Coaches, your team won the championship, 47th annual first. Or like, what's the feeling like being able to coach these young men?
They're a great group of kids. They worked hard all season, and it paid off in the end. Their hard work paid off down to the seconds. Every game was an adventure, a close one, and it came down to the wire each game.
It was nerve-wracking. It was extremely nerve-wracking. You could see Coach Billy and I jumping up and down the whole
Yes.
time, screaming, hugging each other. All the
Yes.
emotions were there. We were just so excited for them and how hard they worked all season long.
Yeah, definitely. And I completely forgot. We got to let these fellas introduce themselves
Yeah.
first, right? Everybody got to get to know the team. First and last name.
Hello, my name is Daniel Velasquez. Jacob Kuhn.
Sharon Barrigan.
Elise Rodriguez. Dylan Pojo. Ben Noggle.
All right. All right. So, Coach, this is a long season, right? Granted, it's
Yeah.
it's a kids basketball, but still, season's long. You got like a month-long tournament, right? So, what was kind of like the growth that you saw from these young men from first day before you guys had the first game of the season until the championship game?
Oh, it was huge. The first practice, we were just learning the basics. Some of these kids have never played basketball on a team before, ever, and just seeing them from the first practice to like the last practices, actually understanding where and what to do. It was just great to see the growth.
Right.
Yeah, you could see the confidence grow with each game that we played, really. You could see that they started to learn from each other, and they knew they were communicating with each other on the court. They knew where they had to be, which we had to tell them a lot at the beginning of the season. You know, we're on defense now, get back. And then you saw them starting to tell each other, and then you started to see them be able to do it independently without any coaching.
Yeah, and was that just like their way of just absorbing the information? Because sometimes in basketball, especially, sometimes you get a lot of information thrown at you, right? Especially at a young age. So like their ability to absorb all that information in that span, because you only have them for a certain amount of months, right? And so you can't really like teach them fully what goes on in the game. So how in that short span, how their ability to take in information, how key was that?
Huge. We really focused on this year at practice that, the way that we practice is the way that we're going to play in our game. So we got to take practice seriously, and we did, and it paid off in the end, and they know that. Every day was a new challenge.
And I feel like the relationships the kids had with one another on the team was huge. Like there was definitely not just one leader. There was so many different people that played a huge role, and they just like got along so well, and they listened to each other, not just us, which is great.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest part about basketball is listening and communication. Right? You felt like that transpired, that communication wise, because that's one of the biggest things, especially defensively in basketball, is communicating.
Yeah, it took time. It definitely took time to really get them to be able to communicate and learn what each other were, where they should be, and learn from each other's cues. But once they got there, they really, really did amazing with it.
All right, fellas. Fellas, what was like the game that stood out? Not including the championship game, but what was the game that really got you guys really going? That got the team the momentum.
I feel like it was the Shoemaker game because in the the bracket we lost to them. And then we going into the semifinals and it turns out we beat them, so it gave us momentum going into the championship.
Yeah. What would you say? Everybody can answer this if they want. What would you say was the difference between the first meeting and then the next meeting? How were you guys able to learn from the loss to be able to get the win?
It just gave us that mentality that we wanted to win. Personally.
Anybody else want to share?
Our favorite game?
Yeah.
I would say the Swell Anderson, because that game, after we lost to Shoemaker, that game it really set me, and after that game I knew that we had to play harder, because if we lost any other game after that, then it would be done for us.
Right. Was that your best game? Individually? Is that your best game?
Yeah.
Of course.
We had a lot of great games.
What did you do well in that game? What was working for you in that game?
Shooting.
Fast break killed them.
Layups.
Yeah.
Free throws.
Everything, huh? Man. For coaches, what game would you say was the game that you saw the full team effort that really got them the momentum they needed?
I think that a moment that stood out to me, and I know it stood out to Coach Sheehan as well, was in, I believe it was the second Shoemaker game that Ben mentioned. And Elias over here brought us on the sidelines, and he said to everybody on the team, like, listen, we're a family. We're doing this together. We're a family on three. And it was like, we needed that pump up in that moment. We really needed that, like, we were down at that point, and we were down that whole game, and we really needed that, like, we've got each other no matter what, win or lose, we're a family, we made it this far, let's go. And he really kind of brought that out in us, and that was something that was really special.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would say that was huge as well. I feel like anytime we were in a huddle during a timeout, it was never like, you're not doing this, you're not doing this. It was all positivity. And I think it's just everyone's energy was so high up that we were kind of, I feel like, getting into the other's team because we were just so rowdy and we were like, we're in this. And we just like stuck together as a team, which is great.
Yeah. The championship game. This question is for everybody. What transpired in the championship game, and at what point did you know that okay, this game's ours?
Well, you want to talk, Elias? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to hear
Don't be
from you.
shy. Don't be shy.
Wait, what was the
When
question
did you?
again?
When did you know? So in the championship game, at what point in that championship game, when did you know? Okay, this game's ours. We're gonna win this one.
I knew after the last 30 seconds after I made the shot to go up by one. I knew that if we just played defense, then the game would be ours.
All right. So this was a really back and forth game.
Yeah, the
It
nail
was,
biter.
you know, we were up for most of that game, and then they came crawling back, and we had to get our heads straight and say, you know, we really got to play some defense here, and we did, and yeah, we came together as a team.
Right. The mental capacity it takes in those types of games, because any little mistake, and you lose, right? So, how their ability to focus in that one, as we got a latecomer in here, but their ability to focus, and basketball is all about the late game execution in those close games, right? Talk about the late game execution for them.
That it was stopping the other team from shooting and scoring. That was really what was huge for them. You know, playing some good defense without fouling. You know,
We ran into some fouling trouble,
Yes.
so not fouling was huge.
Right. Staying out of fouling trouble was a big thing for us, and then taking smart shots. You know, making good shots, laying up, you know, under the net instead of just throwing it away to try and make a shot.
Right. Before my next question, we got to let
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Say hi and your name.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Sam.
Last name.
Samson. That's the first time, and I play basketball for my school.
Okay.
And I knew, and I just played defense with my team, and we won the championship.
Okay. So, all right. How many of you guys? This was your first time playing team organized basketball?
How many was it? It was
Huge.
your first time playing basketball on a team? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2 out of that.
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, that's a
3.
That's
3, yeah.
That's impressive. What's kind of the lasting memories you'll have with these young men? You know, what's your favorite memory from the season that you had with them?
Just how, well, the whole season was amazing, but I feel like after we won, the whole community of our school really just like brought together. And even before the championship, we've had pep rallies at school, and I feel like it was just like a positive experience for our school, and especially for these boys. So that'll definitely stick out to me.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the community and the family that we created through all of our hard work, I'll never forget that, and it was amazing.
Yeah, for you fellas, everyone can answer if they want. What's the lasting memory that you're gonna have with this team? What's
Anyone?
Anybody?
My lasting memory will be when all the 5th graders that helped us when is gonna go into middle school now.
Okay.
I won't be able to see them in elementary.
Okay.
A lasting memory would be knowing that this is my last year here, so I tried my hardest and tried my best because I probably wouldn't see these faces ever again. So I just made the most out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get MVP?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
I don't think so.
Don't know yet.
We're doing a
don't know yet.
banquet in a couple weeks, so.
But you know what? Elias did get the Lou Bird Alert, the Lou Bird Award.
Blue Bird Award?
Yeah,
Okay.
at the All-Star game.
Okay, awesome.
Which was really, really cool. Two boys were picked and 2 girls were picked from the city, and Elias was one of them.
Okay. And this was the first one they gave out.
Yep, the first annual Lou Bird Award.
There you go. You etched in history, man.
Yeah.
Your name's etched in history. Anybody else got something to say before we get out of here? Celtics gonna win tonight? You see you got the Celtics hat on.
We got a tough battle. Can't give up.
All right, thank you all, and congratulations once again on a great season. Appreciate everybody for coming down
Thank
here.
you.
know?
Thank you.
Give
Thank you so
yourselves a
much for
round of
having us.
applause.
Target on me. One last time?
Yeah, one last.
You ready?
I'm on the team, but
Yeah.
come on, break it down.
Tigers on me, Tigers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Tigers!
There you go.
I was tired.
It's already wreck here. What's going on, everybody? This is another championship edition. We got the Callahan girls. Second time, back-to-back years they've come down to the studio. Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good.
All right.
Good.
Before we get started, we gotta have to have the ladies introduce themselves, first and last name. Make sure this microphone's on too. Go ahead.
My name is Astrid Reyes. My name is Ramatuleva.
My name is Leah Estrada.
My name is Agnes Lopez. My name is Evelyn Perez.
My name is Michelle Cawley.
My name is Emily De Los Santos.
My name is Emmy Baez.
All right. A few returners too. Three or four returners from last year. Coach, back again, another championship. First, how are you feeling, and how was like the emotions going through after the tournament?
Oh, we were very excited. We were down the last game and thought we were out, and they battled back, and we won it again.
Yeah, right. Does the feeling like change? Does feeling change, or is it just the same championship feeling?
It was different because different girls.
Right.
They stepped up, and
how was what would you say was the vast difference between this year's championship team and last year's championship team? Like, were there any similarities? Like, what were the similarities? What were the differences on and off the court?
we had two good players last year. This year, I think it was a combination of a lot.
Ladies, what would you say was the difference between this year's team and last year's team for the ones that were here last year talking about after the win?
We honestly did better, but it was different from last year because we didn't have some of the people, but we still had some people that were good too.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, any adjustments that you had to make, or what did you learn from those players that moved on to middle school that you took that helped with this year?
Try your best.
What I learned from the girls that went to middle school last year was to never give up and keep on going even if you lose a game.
Right. For the players that weren't on last year's team, getting this feeling, what was this feeling like winning a championship? Whoever wasn't on could answer.
It felt good because I always wanted to be on the basketball team and win a championship, so it felt like I was happy and I was glad that we accomplished that.
First, this is a question for all the ladies. What got you into playing basketball?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Because my favorite WNBA player, she plays basketball, and I want to achieve her, what she accomplished, so I want to.
And who is your favorite WNBA player?
Paige Buckers.
Paige Buckets. Okay. All right. Nice. Anybody else? Anybody else over here? Don't be shy now. I'm gonna force y'all to talk.
What was the question?
What got you into basketball?
So basically I saw a lot of people playing basketball and I suddenly found interest in it. So I started practicing every day, and then I got better.
So what got me into basketball is my brother played basketball for middle school and elementary, and he played with me sometimes after school, and he got me interested into it, and I got inspired playing basketball by him.
You got something to say?
One reason that I got inspired playing basketball is my dad used to play basketball when I was around 5 years old, and he inspired me, and we went to the park that was just close to my house, and we practiced there.
Anybody else? Anybody else? You've been looking at the mic.
Something that got me interested in playing basketball is my sister, because she does middle school basketball, and I've always wanted to do middle school basketball, and she told me that it was really competitive, and I like being competitive and winning.
Right. Right. Coach, for you, which game was kind of the eye-opener game for you as seeing how good this team can be? Is there a game that stands out?
Ford.
Ford? All right, what was it about that game?
They were really competitive, and they were harsh, and there was this one girl that was really good, and they would always pass the ball to her, and she would make most of the shots, so that's why that team was winning, but then we started winning, so because of her.
Because
combination of everybody.
Right. It was a team effort. Coach, for you, is there a game that stands out? Was there an eye-opener game for you from a coach's perspective?
Probably the last game, because we were down 10-3.
Oh.
And I was thinking we might lose this game, and I just said to the girls, we can still do it. Just try your best, and we did it.
Yeah. Ladies, what changed in that game that turned the game around?
So, Evelyn helped us, but we had to do another round because I think it was a tie. So then Emmy here, she actually helped us to gain one more point for us to win the whole thing.
Right.
And I was kind of proud of that.
Right. So
everybody.
Right. There's a lot of perseverance in this tournament. A lot of moments where you had to dig deep to pull out a victory. What does that say about the character of the girls? Because that's kind of a life lesson, right?
Right.
You, as you get older, you're going to run into some adversity at some way, shape, or form. It's just how you handle it. And I think that's one thing sports. Everybody that's involved in sports, that's one thing they really get out of it, and that they take with them when they stop playing sports, right, Coach?
Never give up and try your best all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And it pays off.
Yeah, definitely. What aspects of your game got better as the season went on? This is a question for everybody.
It was when one time I shot a ball but I didn't really make it, and I was kind of sad, but then all the girls, they cheered me up and told me not to give up.
Right. Then you start making those shots?
Yeah.
Okay, you just gotta keep on shooting, right? All right. Anybody else want to answer that? You sure? You positive?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, what was the question again?
What aspect of your game got better as the season went on?
So I used to be really bad before I started playing basketball because last year I did not make it. But Emily and Evelyn, including the whole team, they convinced me to not quit and keep going. They also showed me how to shoot better, how to shoot other shots, type of shots from different points and stuff. And that made me realize that even if something is hard, you can always get better at it. Nothing is impossible.
Yeah, definitely. For how many moving on to middle school after she answers?
So, basically, we every time a game, we all cheered all of us up, and that we told each other that we were gonna do great, and that we should not give up, and that we're gonna do great in every game.
You want to answer that same question? You sure? How many of you moving on to middle school next year? All right. So, what are you gonna miss about this group, or this team?
I will miss what's your name again?
Mr. Scipio.
Oh my.
I will miss Mr. Scipio because she always made me laugh. She also was very rude when it comes to when I wanted to give up, but that actually taught me. And then for the rest, I'll miss the girls, but some of the girls will be playing to the middle school I will be playing in.
And yeah.
How do you forget your coach's name?
That's crazy.
Yeah, lucky the season's over. It made you want suicides. What are you going to miss?
I would miss all the games and all the
Practices,
like
right?
practices. We all worked together, and we all was always there for each other, and that we're all gonna try our best for our game and yeah.
Sound like y'all have a good time at practice.
I will miss the court that we would play in, and I would miss our school court, and I will miss the younger players.
That's crazy.
I would miss her, and I would miss the other people too, and I would miss my school.
Okay.
Something I would miss is my friends, because not all of us are going to the same middle school. And I would miss the people who are in 4th grade, because some of them are going to 5th grade. And yeah, I would really miss them because they were really helpful.
Something I would miss is the whole team being apart together and laughing together, because some of the kids like what Evelyn said, some of the kids are not going to be there next year, and some of the kids are not going to go to our school next year, so it's kind of sad that we won't play on the same team next year if we're going to play.
Okay. I mean, hey.
Battling against each other.
Right, you might play against each other in the future, right? Y'all go to different schools, but
It's just not going to be the same.
hey, that's life. Changes happen. But once again, Coach, maybe we'll see you again next year for a third
Hopefully.
time. 3 years in a row.
Right, Alston?
All right. It's non-talkative over here. Right? Is there something you want to say to the people? Nothing? You want to say hi to your mom on the mic? No. Ladies, give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations on a great season. And, Coach, thanks once again for coming by. I always appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, championship
I
edition.
appreciate it.
Y'all got social media y'all want to plug in? Y'all want to plug in yourself?
Yeah.
That's your camera right there. So plug in your social media. That's your camera over there.
Follow me on TikTok, which is hrt.rama with 3 A's.
3 A's.
4 A's.
3 A's.
Somebody's not going to follow the right person.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you, parents, for bringing them. I know they drive you crazy, but,
We bring everyone.
Yeah, first off, give yourselves a round of applause,
That's
parents, right?
Yeah.
All that driving. Y'all been watching Athletes Corner, Callahan Girls Championship Team, back to back. We're signing out. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.